Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We are in 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita or Bhavartha Deepika, and on the second verse, third verse. And the chapter began with the doubt of Arjuna, and he says, एवं सतत युक्ता ये भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरम अव्यक्तम तेषां के योगवित्तमाः. He says that when we are meaning when the devotees who are absorbed in you worship you in the manner that you have told in the previous chapter, which was the Vishwarup Darshan, and those who meditate on the imperishable. See, there are two words used here. One is those who meditate on you with bhakti, and those who meditate meaning with form, and those who meditate on the formless. Out of these two, which one is dear to you? Should we contemplate on the formless reality, or we should contemplate on the reality with form? Saguna Sakar or Nirgun Nirakar. These are the two Sanskrit terms. And therefore, who are more versed in yoga, meaning who are the better ones? Arjuna is being put options by Shri Krishna every now and then just to check whether he is attentive or not. And Arjuna, being an adept warrior and a thinker, so he is pretty single pointed, and he is absolutely taking in every drop of nectar that is coming off the lips of Lord Shri Krishna. And he is thinking also at the same time while he is listening. So whatever his doubts are, in order to invoke so that the journey continues, because initially the question of Arjuna was the problem of Arjuna was of identity crisis, and now the whole Bhagavad Gita is about bringing the correct identity to an individual. To which individual? Who has gone into despondency, who has forgotten who he is, who has not come to know who he really is. And in that process, Krishna has told Arjuna in the second chapter very clearly who he is, but it did not click to him. So now slowly, gently, he is preparing him for the climax. And don't think this is the climax. Vishwarup Darshan was not the climax. Vishwarup Darshan is just one of the stages. The cosmic vision, which can be gained only by his Lord's grace. It is only one of the stages. It is not the ultimate. Ultimate is you abiding in yourself. That recognition without a thought is the ultimate. So now the Krishna Bhagavan told Arjuna towards the end of the 11th chapter that you must in your heart contemplate on the cosmic form, but in the outside world you can see the different forms that are there. You can see me with the four arms because your mind likes it, but in the depths of your mind you must maintain that cosmic form. And for that he gave a few examples, like a bird flying in the sky is looking for food, but her attention is on the chicks which are in the nest, that some animal may not come, some other bird may not come and take the chooks away. So it's very, very alert. The cow grazing in the mountains but continuously thinking of the calf in the cow pen, that when can I go back and feed her, feed the baby, feed the calf. And in this manner, even a mother, if she's doing all her work at home, but if the child has come 10 minutes late, everything is going on. But in the heart, the attention is on the child, where that child would be, must be in the bus, he or she missed the bus, has something happened, all those options are going on. But because the attention is on the child. Similarly, move around in this world or contemplate on the form of the Lord, but in the depths of your heart, in the back of your mind, maintain that cosmic vision that everything is in that one, everything is that one. The creation, maintenance, destruction, birth, death, disease, decay and death, health, disease, joys, sorrows, all creation and destruction, everything is going on simultaneously at all moments, micro to macro. This is the cosmic vision. And maintain that. Keep that in the back of your mind. Then what will happen by that? You will not get caught up in what you are doing in the physical world. So, and therefore this question that please tell me which is better, to contemplate on the form or contemplate on the imperishable, meaning the formless, attributeless reality. This many students also go through this problem. Should I is Christianity and Islam is formless, Buddhism is formless, Christianity is with form, India in Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma, we will not use Hinduism, in the Sanatana Dharma, which means the eternal religion, that is what the original name of Hindu Dharma is, both are accepted. Form is also accepted, no form is also accepted. You can choose whatever you want. And that is going to be unfolded now in this chapter. Then the second verse was, what was that? Shri Bhagavan Vacha Mayavesha Mano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayo Petaha Te Me Yukta Tamamataha. Here in the second verse he said, those I deem the best yogis who, imbued with supreme faith, fix their minds on me and worship me with constant contemplation. So what is Shraddha? Sat adhatte iti Shraddha. So that which is able to hold on to the truth, that is faith. You cannot hold on to the truth without faith. Mechanically it's not possible. Through imagination it is not possible. Through a direct experience it is not, direct meaning indirect experience it is not possible. Through your senses it is not possible. Mind also cannot hold on to the truth. But there is one quality within our mind which is faith. And that faith, as they say, faith can move mountains. So with this faith, when we interact with the divine theme, whatever your understanding of divinity is, then that divinity in whatever form or no form you have contemplated upon, it becomes accessible to you. See? So here the word used, here he says, Maya Vesha Mano Yemam. So the Lord says that Mai Avesha Mano Yemam, those whose mind is obsessed, single pointed, focused, is thinking of nothing else. Avesha, that means it has been overpowered by me, the Lord is saying. So here it is very nicely written in commentary that those who fix their minds on me. But Avesha means Bhoot ka avesh, ghosts possess you. So those whose minds are possessed by me. And how do you possess? How does something possess your mind? By you giving attention to it. You have fear of ghost, and ghost, that idea takes over, isn't it? You think of depression, depression possesses your mind. So everything in this world is, the direct relationship is, whatever you give value and attention, and greater the intensity of that attention, greater is the devouring of that, by that which you have given attention to. So if you give attention to health, then health and disease will devour your mind. You are always thinking about health and disease, health and disease. Those, the business class, the Banias and the Shetties and all that, they are continuously thinking of money, money, money. So money has possessed them. They cannot, from morning first opening of the eyes till they sleep, they are calculating where the money is going to come from. And it's a natural knack for them to make money. So where have we given value in our life? Here the Lord says, those who have given me their minds and allowed me to possess their minds, they are very dear to me. Simple. He's not saying, at this moment, he's not saying whether it is with form or without form. He's not saying that. And worship me with constant contemplation. What is constant contemplation? Here the word paryopetaha te me yukta tamamataha. In my opinion, that those who are constantly contemplating. Constant contemplation means?
Without stopping.
Means?
All the time thinking about
the Lord. But it must come to, then if you are continuously thinking about Lord, then you will become dysfunctional in the world. Is that so? Is that so? No.
It should be at the back of your mind.
That was first stage. Next stage is that when the mind has been taken over by the Lord, in that point, whatever has to be done is already automatically happening. We as idiots think we are doing it, but we are not doing it. It's happening. Whatever you have to run the business, it will automatically run. Whatever thoughts need to come to run it, they will appear at the right time, in the right manner, at the right opportunity, and very effortlessly the business will go. But parya upasate means that continuously who is keeping his mind close to the Lord, meaning in and through all the activity of the world, he is not forgetting the divine theme. He is not forgetting the divinity. So here we are using so many words. Right now I am speaking to you. So many words are being spoken. But what is our theme in and through these 1.5 hours? The Lord, the divinity, isn't it? You may not realize it, but this 1.5 hours, you are absolutely more focused than you are focused in your daily life. For the whole day that you have lived, that this moment you will be more focused. Two things will happen if you are focused. Either you will go into meditation while listening, or you will go to sleep. Only two options. Because mind is not able to handle. It's too much. Why? When do we say that this is too much? When our attention on the world is more, then this knowledge becomes too much. When our attention on this knowledge is more, then the knowledge of the world, theek hai yaar, it will be, it's okay. Then that becomes less important. So with this, Maya Veshya Mano Yemam Nitya Yukta Upasate. Nitya, continuous, every moment, Yukta, with whatever way you can, you must upasate. Upa means to sit. Upa asit means to sit near. To sit near whom? to sit near the theme of the divine. And how do you sit near the theme of the divine or the thought of the divine or the image of the divine? With Shraddhaya, with faith. Parayopetaha, te me yukta tamamataha. And as a result of that, what happens? Parayopetaha, that he is able to see the divinity and experience, be close to, in communion with it. He has not merged into it, but in communion with it, in and through his daily activity. He doesn't need a special moment to be with divinity in the morning or in the evening. Now 24/7, he is functioning in the world, but he is also in communion with the divine. These people are the most dear to me, the Lord says. How beautiful. Now, how to bring this about and what other complications individual creates in his mind, that will be told. So till here we did. Now the third verse. Ye tvaksharmanirdeshyam avyaktam paryupasate sarvatra gamachintyam cha kutasthamachalam dhruvam. See? Third and fourth verse go together. Sanniyamyendriyagramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhutahite rataha. These are 9 qualities or 9 attributes of the divinity given. See, in the second verse, if you want to take it that way, the second verse is about Saguna Sakar. What is Saguna Sakar? Divinity with form. And why we are told it is a stage, it is a technique. And what is the technique? That you meditate on a statue, on a photograph, on an image, and if you can see divinity in it, then you will be able to see divinity in everything else also. That's one way of looking at it. Now, science has told you this first time when it must have come to cognition of ours, or we studied in school as a child, that everything is made up of atoms, and atoms are made up of neutrons, electrons, and protons. Now, the moment we came to know that, we know everything in this creation is a play of electrons, protons, and neutrons, isn't it? I don't have to go and look at it in everything. I just know it. See? That I can see my body, but I was told that this body is made up of cells, and these cells are continuously multiplying, and I don't have my own direct experience, but I believe what my teacher told me, isn't it? And I don't, and once I have accepted it, then I know that all living beings, all living creatures, they are made up of cells. I don't have to cut every one of them and check it out. Exactly the same way. Our life at this moment is very absolutely form oriented, because we consider ourselves also to be a form. Body identification. And as long as body identification is there, till then one must meditate on the form. It is helpful, it will be easy. But if you think that I am the body, but I am an individual, I am a seeker, I am a meditator, I am a Kriya Yogi, I am a Kundalini Upasak, and I want to contemplate on that formless, attributeless reality, you will become mad. Because in your mind you are considering yourself to be a form. You celebrate your birthdays, you are afraid of death, you consider yourself a product of your parents, and with all this baggage, you are thinking that I am formless, attributeless reality. It cannot happen. Intellectual appreciation and direct experience of who you are two different things. And in between these two is body disidentification. You have to give up. A wave is water essentially, but till a wave thinks that it is a wave with a beginning and an end, it can never realize water. It has to give up its form, and when it gives up its form, then it doesn't need to realize water. It is already water. Individuality is a product of duality. It's a phenomena, and we have accepted that phenomena I am. This phenomena I am. Phenomena is that which begins and ends. It appears to be there, but actually it is not there. Like mirage. Mirage is a phenomena. It is not there, but so many people die in the desert looking, they are seeing water everywhere, they run after the water and they die without getting even a drop of water. Exactly the same way. We are looking at this phenomena and we are running after it, that this phenomena can satisfy me. I will get married, I will have children, I will have houses, I will extend the house, I will buy new clothes, I have to do this, I have to do this sadhana, I have to do that sadhana. I think bhakti devotion is more important than that. All this is a part of phenomena only. It cannot satisfy you ever until and unless we come to abide in ourselves as ourselves. Self must abide in the self as the self. Uddharet atmana atmanam. 6th chapter we studied that. See? And where we are running? Scriptures are also a part of phenomena. But these scriptures, they have been given to us by the Lord Himself. So, He is telling us how to come to Him. So don't get lost in the phenomena. Just like when I am pricked by a thorn, I take another thorn in the jungle, remove the pricked thorn and throw them both. Similarly, I am in this world, something in this world must help me to come out of this world. And what is that? The scriptures. What is that? The teachers. What is that? The Lord in form. Another way of looking at it. Now that was one way, another way. Form is the first, is the quality of fire element. Huh? Space has got no form, air has got no form, fire comes, it is form and it is formless also, water has a form and earth has a form. These are the 5 elements out of which the whole creation, physical universe is created. See? So this fire element is expressing as all the forms, because of which all the forms have come. So we are thinking about space. But are we qualified to contemplate on space? Are we qualified? So we begin with form, because that's where we are at the moment, we are comfortable with it. Again, another way of looking at it is, the quality of fire is form, quality of space is? Huh?
Formless.
No, quality. Formless is not a sound. And therefore, in Yoga Sutra it is told, first meditate on the form, once you do dharana, once you become, you start doing here, it says no, paryo upasate, nitya yukta upasate. So you contemplate on something with form. When you start doing dharana, you become single pointed, you become focused on the name of the Lord or on the photograph of the Lord. If I see the Ram, my mind is chanting Ram, 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 but my experience, I'm seeing, I'm getting thrilled, I'm getting, what should I say? I'm going into bliss by looking at the form. Because I don't want to just chant the name, it becomes very mechanical for me. I need to see a form. I can't talk to Gitesha without Gitesha. Acha, Gitesha, can you do the... Gitesha is not there. She has to be in front of me, then she will say, okay Swamiji, I asked, she offered, what do you want to eat? Otherwise in the space I say, Gitesha, will she get the message? Maybe if we are at that level. I don't want to take chances. I'll brainwash her and send it. understand the theme, how it's being, I'm unfolding it, or Krishna Bhagavan is unfolding it. So we begin with the form. So the moment we become single pointed on form, the samadhi, the savikalpa samadhi, meaning going into meditation with form is samadhi. And it is called drishyanu with savikalpa samadhi. Okay, drishyanu with means going into deep meditation with the support of a form. Name is there, but form is more important for you at the moment. And you are chanting the name also, and it's become so continuous, there is no break. Upasana means the ability to chant or remember the divine theme in whichever way you want, by picture or by statue or by words or both of them together for a long period of time without any unsimilar species of thoughts coming and disturbing. See, that is called upasana. That is called the true chanting, true remembrance. And that will only happen. You cannot do it mechanically. To some extent you will go mechanical, but afterwards you cannot. Then what makes this go deeper so that it becomes meditation? Faith. So we know that reality is formless and attributeless, but I don't know how to get there because I find myself to be a part of this world. So I begin with the something in the world, and that is the form. And then slowly, quality of fire is form and quality of space is sound. So when I have learned to surrender myself, to be in deep communion with and meditation on the form of the Lord along with the name, after some time I shift my attention to the name of the Lord. Name is the quality of space. And as I start chanting the name of the Lord, eventually that also goes away. And what remains is space. See? So in this way, here in the second verse, the Lord is talking about the saguna sakar sadhana, upasana. Anyone can do it easily, and unknowingly you are doing it. You are doing upasana of your children, you are doing upasana on your wife or husband, you are doing upasana on your cat, you are doing upasana on your house, you are doing upasana on your body. Those who are very body identified, they are continuously worried about their body. That means you are single-pointedly thinking about your body. See? So we know the technique is there, but the direction has to be determined, and let that direction be the divine. And then the other one is the nirgun nirakar, formless, attributeless reality. What is that? Ye tvaksharma nirveshyam avyaktam paryupasate sarvatra gamachintyam cha kutastamachalam dhruvam. And also the next verse, sanniyamyendriya gramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhuta hite rataha. These are the 9 qualities given in these verses of the nirgun nirakar, the formless and attributeless reality. And it says, but those who worship my unmanifest form, which is all pervading, beyond comprehension, unchanging, immovable, eternal, and the ineffable Supreme Self, and who, controlling all their senses and treating everyone alike, remain devoted to the good of all beings, they reach me too. So what are these words? Let's see. I'll explain to you, but let's see what Gyaneshwar Maharaj is saying, and then if anything else needs to be added, I'll add to that. Aniyerate hi pandava ze arudhoni soham bhava zobati niravayava akshara आसी मनाची नखी न लगे जेथ बुद्धीची दृष्टी न रिगे ते इंद्रिया की रजोगे काही होईल परिध्याना ही कुवाडे म्हणूनी एके ठाई न संपडे व्यक्तीसी माझी वडे कवणे हि नोहे जया सर्वत्र सर्वपणे सर्वाही काळी असणे जे पावुनी चिंतवणे हिंपुटी जाहले जे होय ना नोहे जे नाही ना आहे ऐसे म्हणून उपाये उपजतीची ना जे चळे ना ढळे सरे ना मैळे ते आपुलेनीची बळे आंगविले जिही. So here he says, Gyaneshwar Maharaj says, O Arjuna, the jnanis try to realize the imperishable Brahman without form, though how can the senses penetrate that in which the mental activity comes to a stop and which even reason cannot enter? Since this Brahman is not to be found at one place, it is inaccessible even to profound meditation. Since it is without form and exists in all forms at all places, the mind finds it difficult to contemplate upon it and becomes nonplussed. It was never born, nor will it ever take birth. One cannot say whether it exists or does not exist, so no means can be found to attain it. It neither moves nor stirs, it neither ends nor gets soiled. The jnanis have brought this Brahman under their control through the yogic power. And continuing, so let me tell you each word here as it is going. Here he says that those who worship my unmanifest form, akshara. Kshara means that which Kshara is?
Vanishes.
Does it?
No.
That which changes. And Akshara is that is the changeless. That is Akshara. Then next word is what? And what is Akshara? Akshara is that reality. And that you are. Don't forget here everything has to be made subjective. Then the second word he has taken is Anirdeshyam. It cannot be indicated. What can be indicated? That which has a form. That where there is sound or touch or feeling, all this, that can be indicated. But how can this reality which is unmoving, how can that be indicated? It is not possible. And then next word is Anirdesham Avyaktam. Vyakta means that which is manifest. Avyakta means that which is unmanifest. This word Avyakta is given to the Maya also, the matter. The total matter is also called as Avyakta, means that matter in which there is no movement. And what is the movement? Due to Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, due to knowledge, dynamism and inertia. These three qualities bring about the waves in a calm waters of the mind, if we want to say. But when the mind becomes calm, or it is called unmanifest. So every night in deep sleep, our mind is calm. There are no thoughts in it. There is no disturbance. So it is avyakta. It is unmanifest. But we have used the word avyakta is used for total unmanifest, not individual unmanifest. It's used for total unmanifest, which is a cycle of 74 yugas, Chatur yugas, after which Brahmaji also goes to sleep. The creator also goes to sleep. Anyway, that's just a idea that is presented to us. So, but when it is referred to the matter, just like our microcosmic or macrocosm, same thing will happen at macro level also, at micro level, which is our individual level, every day our mind manifests as the waking experience. It goes through the waking world, then it goes through the dream world, and eventually becomes unmanifest. Then again, next day, again it manifests. So this cycle from childhood till now, it is going on. So we are not talking about that unmanifest which comes and goes, which is cyclical. The reality is also called as unmanifest, but the meaning here of unmanifest is that which we must understand it, that it does not mean that it is not there. It is that which supports all manifestations by being all the manifestations. Example. From space point of view, from the space, the next element came was which one? Air. Then from that came fire. From that came water. From that came earth. Can any of these four elements, okay, let's go. Can earth exist without water? No. Can earth and water exist without fire? No. Can the three, earth, water and fire, exist without air? No. Can earth, water, fire and air exist without space? Now imagine, according to modern science also, the entire physical creation in this space, total cosmos, is only 0.0000001%. What will be the experience of space? Will the space feel tickled when the planets are going here and there? Will the space feel, oh my God, today the sun is too hot? Will the space feel, oh my God, so many galaxies, I am carrying so much weight. Oh my God, oh, give me a break, man. Does space ever say that? Don't think so, no? So this is the gross space. Imagine now. So this is one meditation that is given. If you begin, contemplate on empty space. What is the best time to contemplate on empty space? Before you go to sleep or the moment you get up. These are the 2 points. Because after that the world is going to come in, whether you like it or not. But if you want to get that cosmic experience of how everything is kept in this space, and space does not get affected by everything that it is giving accommodation to. If this is the rule, then why are you getting affected by your mental space which is giving accommodation to all the thoughts? Think. So for this, see, this is the thinking that came. So therefore, the great masters, they coined a sadhana, a technique. First is bhutakash. So what I talked to you just now about is bhutakash, the gross space. How do you know? So till now I was talking about gross space, right? The gross space does not get affected by anything that it is giving accommodation to. Agreed this much? Now, how do you know there is gross space? Because you have a mind. So, gross space, then the next level is subtle space. Subtle space is the mental space. If you don't have a mind, you cannot know that there is a gross space. So, the entire gross space, that is the entire cosmic space, with everything that it is accommodating, is only a concept of your mind. It is only present because you have a mind. See? Now think about yourself. You are affected by your nears and dears, you are affected by job, you are affected by allowing yourself to be affected by wars. If you focus on the space, how many wars that space has seen? It doesn't give any value to it. How many waves have come and gone from the point of view of water? Infinite. Does the water get affected? He says, I am. Before the destruction also I was there, and after destruction also I am there. This is a phenomena. Let it go on. See, understand the vision that is being presented. So the total gross space is not affected. Then the entire space concept is only a concept of your mental space. So the word space is one thought in your mind which has given birth to the entire thing that it accommodates. And this mental space, do you know thoughts are coming and going in your mind? Yes. That is the one who knows is the conscious space. Mind cannot exist in a dead person. It does not. It is not evident. It's not evident. Mind is a universal principle, phenomenal principle at the relative reality level. Mind is not one per person. It is just one. Imagine a large mass of water with many whirlpools in it. Each whirlpool is one mind, caught up in its own thinking. But it is made up of the same material. What is the material? Water. And because it has identified and it is moving within its own axis, we are also moving around our own axis. But our own axis, we have taken our body to be that axis around which we are moving. When we change that body with Lord initially, it will help to disidentify from this body. Suddenly, more possibilities become available to us. At the moment body disidentification happens, your experience of the whole world will be different. In Yoga Sutra it is told as Viveka Khyati. You become distinctly clear about consciousness and matter. But as long as you think you are the body, you cannot have that. Just like I am seeing you, you are separate to me, it is absolutely, there is no doubt about it. That much doubt-free knowledge will get invoked as a result of single-pointed attention on the higher truth. That this whole phenomena is made up of consciousness and matter. And I am the consciousness. I am not the matter. And from that moment on, that is the moment when spiritual journey actually begins. Till then, you have to put effort after effort after effort, till your senses come under control, your mind comes under control, and your mind has become single-pointed. All that requires effort. But the day this clicks, from that moment onwards, it's very easy to put attention. You don't need to sweat. You don't need to spend hours and hours and go to ashrams or go to mountains so that this clicks to you that consciousness and matter are what this creation is all about. Right now, what is our situation? We are consciousness, but considering ourselves to be matter. Matter. This is where the mistake is.
Swami, the body identification and the recognition is only when you are conscious about, like, awake in these three worlds: awaking,
Waking, dream and deep sleep.
deep sleep. In deep sleep, you lose connection with all the material part of it.
Correct.
Right? In dream, you are in and out of it, but you still do not have association with the body, but it's only the thought process. Right? Anything
You
that
are
comes
identified with the mind.
with the mind. So when we say dropping the body identification, and like because of the 5 indriyas or the 10 indriyas that go out and in search of all that happens, is it not one thing that needs to be under control? Your mind, or like the mind?
But how will you bring it under control? It is so addicted to the world. It is so addicted to food. It is so addicted to partners. It is so addicted to duties. It is so addicted to responsibilities. Yes, it is the mind, but how do you do it? So here the first way, the first step, the first second chapter, third chapter, fourth chapter, fifth chapter, sixth chapter was about how you can move in this world and remain aloof from the world. Karmanyeva and all those attitudes were given. Then when you are aloof, you are not attached to the world, then automatically you will be sucked into meditation. But then meditation is not permanent, it is very erratic. You are understanding that you are the self, but it is not steady. The responsibilities pull you out, the duties pull you out, the toilet, bathroom, pressure, bladder pressure, hunger, thirst, they pull you out of your meditation. Sometimes discomfort pulls you out of the meditation. Body becomes tired sitting in meditation. The body wants to, it disturbs you and you come out of meditation. So, how now we are coming to the next stage. We are not disturbed by the world. After the 6th chapter, we are not disturbed by the world. That is what is told in Yoga Sutras as yama, living a lifestyle that you do not disturb the world nor get disturbed by the world at the thought, word and deed level. This is the 3 places where activity takes place. Mental activity, speech activity and physical activity. So don't disturb anyone by your physical actions. Don't hurt anyone or disturb anyone by your speech. Don't hurt or disturb anyone by your thoughts. Because if I think intensely about you, you will get those vibes. Because nothing goes, whatever I think, it will go only to whom I have thought of. Therefore, when she said, Swamiji, if I was not here, you thought I may have got it. That is what it is. Clairvoyance is that. So clairaudience is that. See? So we are the body, we are thinking we are the body, and we know that we are the spirit, the consciousness. So in 6th chapter, we have come to that point. We have kept the world at bay. It is not disturbing us to a large extent. But now the next frontier of challenge is there. World is not disturbing, but my mind is disturbing me, man. It is a bigger problem than the world. So how to deal with this mind? How to deal with this mind? You sit quietly with yourself, see what all it throws up. And when this mind is made to think, 7th chapter, 8th, 9th, 10th, in the 7th chapter, the larger vision of that the Lord says, I am the only thing, everything is in me only, all that was told. That then in the 8th chapter, the person was made to become fearless. If you take it from the rebirth theory, also you were there before, you are there now, and after death also you will continue. Soul continues, body dies, soul doesn't die. And how do you determine that you get that you go to higher abodes? So it was the art of dying was told that whatever the last thought in your mind before the last breath, that is the destination where the soul will go. If the last thought is, I am, story over, no rebirth. But if the thought is, I am, but what about my dog? Gone. Next birth, wow, wow, wow. But a realized dog will be born. He will come into a very nice house because the penultimate thought was, I am. But don't think that while dying I will enjoy myself now and last minute I will think of the Lord and it will happen. It doesn't happen that way. Before death, the entire life passes in front of you through your mind. All the commissions, omissions, guilts, expectations, anxieties, fears, and the summum bonum of your entire life will result in one thought which you may not be saying it, but it is lurking deep within your heart, in your subconscious, which you have interacted very intensely. Inadvertently, you are thinking about it all the time. You are not, in front of people, you are all great Swami, but inside in your heart, you know where the hook is. or you may not know the hook is, but you are not ready to see it while you are healthy, while you are doing your sadhana. But at the time of death, it is inescapable. It will come. Then having told that, okay, all this is there, if you think of me, you will come to me. Story over, the Lord said. And then in the 9th chapter, the Lord says, Arjuna is very, nonplussed. Arre, wah, aise. Then he says, but then who are you? He says, I am that which is in expressing in and through the creation. The whole creation is in me. I am in the whole creation. And at the same time, I am transcendental to the creation. The whole world is in me. I am in the whole world. But actually speaking, neither the world is in me, nor I am in the world, yet I am supporting the world and transcendental to the world. See, we are standing outside and we see the ocean with waves, isn't it? We give the mass collection of water, we give the word ocean, and the waves appearing on that ocean, we give the name waves. But actually it is all water only, no? A wave is a micro, ocean is a macro. But water is infinite. It is neither ocean nor waves. Ocean can say, I have all these waves in me. They are my dears, they are my devote. I cannot be without them. But look at it from water's point of view. From water's point of view, is there any ocean? No. From water's point of view, is there any wave? No. Then this statement, what I just said before, where the Lord says, neither the world is in me, nor I am in the whole world, yet I am supporting. Suddenly he comes down one level, to Ishwar level. He says, yet I am supporting the entire phenomena, but I am transcendental to the phenomena. I gave this example last time, again I am giving. From the sun's point of view, there is nothing called day and night. From the sun's point of view, there is nothing called sunrise and sunset. Then what is sunrise and sunset? A phenomena. What is day and night? A phenomena. Take it to be what it is. So this entire world is nothing but a phenomena, existing in its own absence. But our mind is not ready to accept that. Why? The root problem for that is we have considered ourselves to be the body. Till that moment you accept yourself to be the body, this will not click. And to get out of this body click, you have to become single pointed. And not single pointed on the body. You have to become focused, single pointed to the exclusion of everything else in this creation on the divine theme. Then, by the grace, this click comes. It does not come by your efforts. Efforts have to be put, but it comes by His grace. And grace is everywhere. But you become available to it. And it clicks. And it becomes a distinct, absolutely clear experience that I am consciousness, everything else is matter. And matter goes at its own speed. I don't have to do anything with it. I don't have to do anything with it. It is just going on. So this was all about avyakta, the unmanifest. So the reality is also called unmanifest because yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasa. The speech cannot reach it. The mind cannot think about that unmanifest reality. And therefore it is called unmanifest. Reality is supporting the mind or the thinking capacity, but from reality's point of view, there is nothing called thinking. We are talking about absolute reality here, not relative reality. From the absolute, the experience is one without a second. Nanaste, ekameva dvitiya, nanasti kinchana. One without a second, and there is no scope for otherness to exist. So for that, some So the sadhana that is being given in the second verse, the Lord says, meditate upon me. You are identified with your form, it's okay. Arjuna is also identified. He didn't want to see the cosmic form, he wanted to see the Lord's form. So Lord, contemplate on the statue, contemplate on the picture, contemplate on the Lord. Generate. First important thing is become single pointed. Allow me to take over your mind. Then grace will flow. If you think you are going to create, then it is not going to happen. If you think you are going to meditate, it is not going to happen. If you think you are going to go into samadhi, you can take lives after lives after lives. Samadhi will not happen. Basic minimum requirement is you have to allow me to take over your mind. I must devour your mind. And you do it every day. I'm using this example many times. Every night when you go to sleep, you allow the sleep thought to devour your mind. Therefore you go to sleep. And you don't do anything to give up the world. The world drops you. All you are doing is thinking about sleep. Replace sleep with divinity. Replace sleep with who am I? Replace sleep with the Lord's name. Replace sleep with Om. Replace sleep with watching the breath. Any of these exercises will bring you to that click will happen. But without that, reading books, talking big, it's not anything. It's not going to take you. If you're still addicted to food, if you're still addicted to health and disease, if you're still addicted to the body and its needs, desires, forget it. You are fooling yourself. So here the Lord says, first step, as long as you think yourself to be the body, meditate on something with form. Then move on. Once you have it, and it's a stage. Even now I begin with the name, I begin with the form, and within few minutes, sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes half an hour, sometimes 5 minutes now because I've done it so many years. Very quickly from the form I go into formless. And I don't even decide. I don't know what I'm going to do every day. I just close. If Krishna comes, he comes. If Shiva comes, he comes. Anything. If nothing comes also okay. But I don't decide nowadays. I allow it to be spontaneous. But was I like this all the time? No. I spent so many years doing pranayam, watching the breath. Then so many years I meditated on the name of the Lord. Now my mind is appreciating the Vedanta because of all that preparation, because of the maturity of the mind. So, avyaktam paryupasate. So once we meditate on this this nirgun nirakar, on this formless, attributeless reality, paryupasate, constantly we have to meditate on it. Constantly, without a break, we must contemplate on it, meditate on it, think about it. Single pointedly, not acha, now I don't have any time, let me do it. No, that should be the first thing you should be doing. Everything else should be secondary. See, in Krishna, we are doing Bhagavatam, and in that the same Krishna story is there, and Naradji is the divine messenger. He is traveling and he finds, let me check what Krishna is doing. How is he managing his 16,108 wives? How is he managing the kingdom? He's not the king, but how does he do everything? So he goes into the first house, he's with Rukmini, in another house, and then he eventually summarizes the whole thing and he says, oh, Lord gets up 2 hours before sunrise every day. What is the first thing he does? So there it is told, the dinacharya that we should have. how we must begin our day, so that it becomes a conducive experience for us, so that we are God intoxicated throughout the day. So how does he begin? He does not begin, Asha, 6 o'clock, alarm but again, let me sleep for 5 more minutes. And then mummy says, hey, get up, you have to go to school. Alright, you're getting late to go to work. And then you wake up again with the screaming in your ears, you're waking up. Or with the sleep in your eyes, the sleep after you wake up and again you go back to sleep, that is the more dangerous sleep. And with that inertia that you are feeling, with that you get out of the bed, 10 times you are thinking, should I not, no, one more second. And then you eventually get out. And with that lethargy, you are beginning the day. What? You have begun the whole day with a lethargic attitude. Krishna Bhagavan says, get up 2 hours before sunrise, before the birds even wake up. And the moment you wake up, quickly, go to shushu or wash your mouth and wash your eyes and immediately sit down. And what do you do after sitting down? No japa, no chanting of the name, nothing. Just your mind is naturally quiet at that time. So Krishna Bhagavan contemplates on his own nature, that I am that infinite, I am that nirgun nirakar, I am the attributeless, formless, supporting everything but beyond everything. And he contemplates on his own essential nature and goes into meditation. How long will he go? Phenomena will continue. After some time he comes out of it. As long as the mind he is coming in this story, he has taken the form Krishna. He is on the earth. So he is meditating on his essential nature. He cannot sit in meditation for whole day. The mind brings him out after some time. But when it comes out, but where has mind gone? It has gone consciously, it has surrendered to the infinite. It has consciously surrendered to the infinite. Before going to sleep, we have consciously surrendered into ignorance. That is deep sleep. In meditation, we consciously surrender into the infinite reality. That is our essence. The pure consciousness, the absolute reality, the Paramatma. And now imagine how much bliss you feel when you have gone to sleep and you wake up. You feel, And why do you want to go to sleep? Because you are exhausted during the whole day. You want that rest. You want that detached from the world, detached from the body, detached from breathing, detached from thinking, and you are Anandam, Paramanandam. Isn't it? That is why we go to sleep, so that we rejuvenate, because the mind comes very close to the self in the deep sleep, and the self rejuvenates the mind. And again, because of its old habit, it again gets up and seeks completion from the world, which is not possible. But what does Krishna do? He gets up. The moment he gets up, he consciously surrenders to the self. Now, the mind has merged into the self and again come out. And when it comes out, what is the Atma, the self? Satchid Ananda Swarup. It is existence, consciousness and bliss. So when the mind comes out, all that it has come out with, I am existence, I am consciousness, I am ever blissful. And with that, this mind jumps into the world. See? That day has to. So Krishna Bhagavan functions throughout the day, not deciding what is to be done, yet things are being done, but he is ever aloof of everything that is taking place in his life. He is absolutely aloof, unattached. And for that, the proof comes towards the end of the Mahabharata, or after the war, when the daughter-in-law of Arjuna, she is pregnant and someone has hit a missile into her womb, and the child is going to die, she doesn't call out to anyone but Krishna. And Uttara calls out to Krishna, Krishna comes there and he says, if I have ever remained equanimous throughout my life, till now, if I have never taken the side of Kauravas or the side of Pandavas, if I have been equal to both of them, let this child come back to life. The child come back to life. See, we are saying yes, but we don't know what it really means. See, if you are equanimous, you will not be in this class. Because then maintaining that equanimity is more important than any word on your mind coming through the ears to your mind. You will be sitting somewhere in meditation. I'm saying that, okay? Great masters also sit and listen, okay? That is a different matter. So therefore, meditate on the form, then move on to the next level, meditate on the formless. Then Sarvatra Gama. Sarvatra Gama. Gama means to go. Sarvatra, everywhere. There is no place that he is not. Who? This infinite, attributeless, formless reality. Is there any place where space is not? All movement is possible in him, but he is devoid of all movement. Water does not move anywhere. Waves may move. Rivers may move. But water does not move. Water is as it is. Sarvatra Gama. So there is nothing outside of it. It's all inclusive. There is no place. Achintyam. Achintyam, that which is unthinkable. This reality, this attributeless, formless reality is such that you cannot think about it. You can think only about some word. You can think about some form. So we are using the word achintyam. It is a word, but what is it indicating? What is the word meaning? The word means, chintyam means to contemplate. Chintyam means you can create a thought about something, about that thing in your mind. You can grasp it with your mind. Therefore, you can think about it. But to cancel chintyam, that it is a concept, because chinta is a concept, an idea, a thought that is formed in your mind. Reality is achintyam. It is not it cannot be conceptualized. It cannot be thought of. Yato vacho nivardante aprapya manasasaha. Mind cannot think about it. Mind cannot grasp it. Mind cannot imagine it. Mind cannot fantasize about it also. Because you can fantasize about some idea, about some form, about some picture, about some mountains, rivers, about heavens. But this reality, if there are no attributes, there is no form, what will you think about? So the negative language, the passive language is used, not negative, passive language. Achintyam. Then cha kutastham. Kutastham is, kuta is the anvil on which the blacksmith shapes all the metal that he has heated up. So water is the anvil on which all the waves come and go. Right? Similarly, this truth, this formless, attributeless truth is the anvil, is the base on which all the thoughts come and go. See the magic of the words. And achalam. Chalam means moving. It is the it is immovable. All movement happens within it, because of it, but itself it is immovable or unmovable. See? Waves can move. Does water move? Water is as it is. Does space move? Space is as it is. But we say we're going from here to Sydney, here to Auckland, here to I have to drive back home. This is movement. But the self is that which is the immovable principle. It is the fulcrum around which all the movement is taking place. Find that out. What is moving now in your life? Body is changing, moving, breath is moving, emotions are coming and going, thoughts are coming and going, but I am watching all this. So have you changed? Or everything else was changing? But we identify with it and say I am changing. That's where our problem is. For that minimum thrust is required to come out of it. And that is, for that single pointed mind is required. Achalam dhruvam. Dhruvam is which it is fixed. Achalam dhruvam. So dhruvam, the dhruva tara, what do you call that? North Star. North Star. So in southern hemisphere it's the Southern Cross, but in the northern hemisphere it is the Pole Star, not North Star, Pole Star. And any time during morning, evening, it will be stuck in one place only. It doesn't move anywhere. Always on the horizon. You get up, go to sleep, it is on the horizon. You get up in the morning, it's still there. Yeah, immovable. Achalam dhruvam. So, achalam like immovable like whom? The example is given like a dhruv, the pole star. So everything, the whole cosmos is moving around the pole star, but the pole star is always there. Similarly, what is that immovable, unchangeable, unshakable, the substratum, because of which all the movement is possible, which cannot be indicated, which is supporting both the manifest and the unmanifest. Such is that formless, attributeless reality, nirgun, nirakar, and using these words which do not leave a residue of experience behind in your mind. Taking support of these words after you have done the first, previous exercise, then you contemplate on these words and think what it is, you will vanish. You will vanish. So this is the beautiful technique that is presented to us by Lord Sri Krishna, and how to bring this about. Yes, now you have presented us the idea, but now this is right now he has just given the idea. Okay, this is a general idea that is presented to us. Now how do we bring this about? What is the technology? He says, Sanniyamyendriya gramam sarvatra samabuddhayaha te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhuta hite rataha. This can be brought about by controlling all their senses and treating everyone alike. Samabuddhayaha, remaining devoted to the good of all beings, and sarvabhuta hite rataha, and what is that? To the good of all beings, they reach me also. So what does it mean? Controlling all their senses. Controlling all your senses does not mean I see no evil, I hear no evil, I talk no evil, I smell no evil. No, you will go crazy. How many, you got only two hands, how many things you will cover? In yoga they go close the ears, with this close the eyes, with this close the nose, and with these two fingers, the last two fingers, close the lid, all closed. This is foolishness. After some time the hands will start hurting. Then what will you do? It creates more agitation afterwards. So what does it mean, controlling your senses? Controlling your senses means that whatever the eyes are seeing, you remain undisturbed by what you see, you remain undisturbed by what you hear, you remain undisturbed by what you smell, you remain undisturbed by what you taste. undisturbed by what you feel, and remain undisturbed by what you think. 6 senses. 5 outside and 1 inside. Remain undisturbed. Maintain that equanimous poise. That you are like a statue. We tell the children, I used to play with them the games, because they don't understand what is meditation. So I used to say, okay, we are going to finish the class with a game. Even your kids used to be there. And we used to say, statue. Initially only 5 seconds I used to, oh, fantastic you did. But slowly it came to 10 minutes. they are thinking, and while they are statue, I say, okay, now in your mind think of this, think of that, think of the God. I used to do that. But at the body level, they are statue. So, see, eyes are able to see why dead man also has an eye, and the 5 senses are there. But are they functional? No. For the eyes to express as vision, there must be some intelligent principle behind, and that intelligent principle is the mind. Without mind, vision will not express. Without mind, the hearing, ears are there, but hearing is their capability. Without that mind, taste will not express. Tongue does not express taste. The mind expressing through the tongue expresses as taste. Can the vision ever come to know the mind? The vision can illumine all the forms, but it can never illumine the mind. See? The hearing can hear all the sounds, but it can never illuminate the mind. I'm not talking about thoughts. Cannot illumine the mind, cannot hear the mind. Similarly, the mind can think of all the thoughts. That is its nature. Thinking is its nature. Vision is the nature of the eyes, and that vision is possible because of the mind behind. What is the thinking that is taking place in the mind happening because of the self? The self. The conscious principle. Just like vision cannot see the mind also cannot see the consciousness or the self. Clear? Think in this way, you will go into meditation. This is all not given in the here. Giving you, it's coming. So these are different techniques. So, what is this? Sanniyamyendriya gramam sarvatra samabuddhayaha. Sarvatra samabuddhayaha. That, and treating everyone alike. What does, if we are true devotees of the Lord, and as a result of that single pointedness on the Lord, automatically the senses will come under control. After that, if you say, I am a child, I am an adult, I am a senior citizen, you have not practiced anything. If you say, I am a Brahmin, I am a Kshatriya, I am a Vaishya, I am a Shudra, you are still at the body level. Nothing, no lasting change has begun in you. If you say, I was born and I am going to die one day, no lasting change has started in you. You are still at the body level. So control of senses, meaning 5 gross senses, physical and the mental, the mind is the 6th sense. Once you have controlled them, then we go beyond all divisions. All divisions. Samabuddhayaha, we take everything as equal. We become equanimous towards everything. Day and night will appear, but we are not even wanting day to be there, continue, and nor we are seeking out night to sleep. For us, for that equanimous person, everything is as it is. There are no likes and dislikes for such a person. The two hooks, likes and dislikes, they keep you in the loop of relativity. But equanimity, you are seeing everything there, but nothing is making an impact on you anymore. Samabuddhayaha means your intellect is not going this way nor that way. It is not only equanimous towards day and night, comfort and discomfort, at the breath level, hunger and thirst, at the mental level, joys and sorrows or likes and dislikes, at the intellectual level, name and fame or honor and insult. It is equanimous. It is not worried about waker, dreamer, deep sleeper. It is watching. These three are coming and going. It is undisturbed. It's not seeking that I am tired, now I must rest. No, that mind is doing. It is watching whatever. It is not holding on to any damn thing in the mind. Samabuddhayaha. And then it says, Te prapnuvanti maveva. Such people with equanimous mind and their senses under their control, bringing about the equanimity of the mind, remaining equanimous, such people, they attain me, O Arjuna. And when they again go out into the world, how do they move around? Sarva bhuta hite rataha. I'm getting horripulations. They are devoted, sarva bhuta hite. They revel in everything and everyone that comes in their life. They don't become social workers. They don't find projects that I have to do good to the world. No, but whoever comes to them, they are 100% available to that person. There's no itch inside that I have to improve the world. There's no itch inside that, he's getting divorced. Okay, let me go and patch them up. Oh, he's got a baby, I must go there. I must go there. No. He is as he is. If life presents him in that situation, he will do whatever is required to be. But there is no urge to do anything in the world. But he is equanimous. He has left the world as it is. In that equanimity, where is it? How is equanimity possible? When he is contemplating on the ye tvaksharma nirdesham avyaktam paryupasate sarvatra gamachintyam cha kudhastham achalam dhruva. He is contemplating on that. Because of that, he has become equanimous. Because he is contemplating on the divine theme, the senses have come under control. Because he is contemplating on the divine theme, the equanimity has come about. Because you are contemplating on the sleep, your senses have come under control. That time, beautiful movie or a beautiful music or someone says come and have gulab jamun or whatever. See, I have bought you some, I just remembered I bought you some new clothes. You say tomorrow. You just want to dive into the sleep, isn't it? Nothing in this world. Oh, there is an earthquake in Japan. It's in Japan? No, not here. Okay, no problem. I'll listen to it tomorrow in the news. You're not concerned about anything. Why? You're focused on the sleep. Why you're focused on the sleep? It is going to give you the bliss.
True.
When you have faith that this divine theme is going to give you 1,000 million times more bliss than the sleep that you experience every night, then what will be your disposition? You will forget every damn thing and just contemplate Ocha. But you have to become single pointed on it like you become single pointed on sleep. You have to put efforts. You put efforts to go to sleep. You change your clothes. You do all those things that are required. But when actually you are going to surrender to sleep, it is effortless, isn't it? So we must also put efforts to come to know the divinity. To a certain extent, we have to put efforts, and then after that, it's an effortless glide. We'll see the fourth verse, what Gyaneshwar Maharaj says. We'll see it in our next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari